Hello everyone, thank you for watching this video. Hello everyone, thank you for watching this video. For today's video, right, we are going to work on textbook exercise 1.3, textbook exercise 1.3, adding of fractions, right? So for this part of the question, we're going to look at question 3, do most of the questions in question 3. Right, and for question 3, this type of questions, the fraction you notice over here will be expressed the following as a fraction with a single denominator. And for this type of question, you notice that our denominators have totally different factors. So these two denominators here are totally different. So what do we usually do? First step, we usually try to make them the same denominator. So if you want to make them the same denominator, I need to multiply 2d minus 3. This is one whole factor. And this is another one whole term factor denominator on its own. I need to multiply this one, the first fraction over here, with the denominator over at the other fraction. So I need to multiply 8d to make sure that they have the same denominator. I also need to multiply another denominator here. So the denominator that's missing on this side will be d minus 3. Okay, so now when we do combining the addition and subtraction of fractions, okay, we try not to expand the denominator, keep the denominator factorized. So in this case, we will have 8d, I'll write the letter 8d in front, and I'll keep d minus 3 over here. But I will expand out the numerator. So this is actually 2 times the whole of 8d. So 2 times 8d, that will give you 2 times 8d, that will give you 16d. Notice this is a subtraction. So I need to be extra careful. For the time being, I'm not going to expand out my subtraction first. So I'll do step by step, right? So I'll just multiply my 3 inside first. Okay, I'm keeping my denominator still 8d, d minus 3. Don't expand the denominator. Okay, now multiply 3 to the numerator, 3 to the numerator. So 3 times d, 3d. 3 times 3, 9. Okay, but I have to take note, when I combine the denominator together as one single fraction, one single denominator, so I'm going to put that as one single fraction with one denominator only, 8d, d minus 3. I'll bring this down over here. This is 16d. But I need to be careful. This is the trap where you will begin. This is subtract the whole of 3d minus 9. What will happen to the sign over here? This sign over here. So be careful. So you take note of the sign. So in this case, I multiply. This is something like negative 1, right? Multiply negative 1 to 3d, it becomes minus 3d. Negative 1 times negative 9. Negative times negative, it becomes positive 9. So I need to change a sign here. Okay, for those of them who like to skip steps, you want to come to this step over here directly, no problem, but you must make sure you check your sign is correct. Okay, make sure you check the sign over here, make sure they have the correct sign. Now, do not expand the denominator. We are going to simplify our numerator. So 8d, d minus 3. Simplify our numerator. What can be added together? Which one have the same type of units? So this is 16d with the negative 3d. So 16d minus 3d, that will give you 13d plus 9. Do not expand out the denominator. We'll keep this as the final answer. Have you gotten the answer? If you are good, let us move on to the next practice question. Question 3b. Express the following as a fraction with a single denominator. Now, what do we notice? I have 1 plus w plus 2, 1 over w plus 2. This is totally different from 1 over w minus 2. There are two different factors, okay? One is the plus w plus 2, the other one is minus 2. So they are totally different factors. So how am I going to make them a single denominator? I need to multiply the denominator with additional factors, okay, to make them the same denominator. So what do I need to multiply here? This will be w minus 2. And this will be w plus 2. Then now, let us look at our first fraction. I'll have w plus 2, w minus 2 as my denominator. And this is just 1 multiplied to w minus 2. So this still stays as w minus 2 plus. This one will also have the same denominator. I'm just going to rearrange it. Okay, so w plus 2, w minus 2. They still have the same component, just that I rearrange them. Okay, still the same, just that I rearrange them differently. Then now, expand out the numerator. 1 times this, so this is w plus 2. Now this is an addition sign, so there will be no change. Okay, no change in the sign. So in this case, I can happily combine two of them into one single denominator. You notice that the denominator are the same. So this denominator is the same, right? So I just need to write one denominator as a single fraction. Then my first fraction, the first numerator over here is w minus 2. This one, bring this down. And plus the other one, positive addition, no change in sign. Bring this down. This will be w plus 2. Last but not least, I need to simplify my numerator only. Only simplify the numerator. Let's add up the units that are the same. W plus W. That will give you 2W. Oh, then what is the other one? This is minus 2 plus 2. What is minus 2 plus 2? It becomes 0. So there's nothing more, no more number over there, right? So it's just 2W. Okay, then this is W plus 2, W minus 2. Do not anyhow cancel out common factors or anything because the terms are totally different. This is 2 times W, but this is W plus 2, W minus 2. No common factors at all. So if that's the case, this is the final answer. Okay, if you are okay with this, then please do question 3C for your practice. I'm going to move on. Once you're done with question 3C, we're going to move on to question 3D. Express the following as a fraction with a single denominator. Notice again, this is 8. So x minus 3. This is the whole term on its own. Totally different from 4 over x plus 2. These denominators are different at all. Okay, so let me shift over a little bit. Okay, so what do we need to do? First step, we must make the denominator the same. So let's try to make it the same denominator. I will have to multiply something here. What do I need to multiply here? I need to multiply the other denominator, right? So this is 4x minus 3. The other one is x plus 2. So I multiply by x plus 2. And what about the other fraction, the other side? I have the x plus 2, so I need to multiply by 4x minus 3. Okay? Do not expand your denominator, leave it, factorize, keep this, keep it, right? Now, let us extend the numerator only, the numerator only. So this will be 8 times x, 8x, 8 times 2, 16. Okay, I'm not doing any combining the fraction. This is still minus, so I'm going to write down the minus sign, still a subtraction. Then now, what about this side? My denominator is going to be the same. I'm going to rearrange it. So I write it as 4x minus 3x plus 2. They are the same, right? But now I need to multiply. This is 4 times 4x. 4 times 4. 4 times 4. 16x. If you're not sure, use your calculator. 4 times negative 3. So this is negative 12. But next step, I'm going to combine this into one single fraction with the denominator. So the both of them have the same denominator. I'm going to write it only once, right? So I'm not going to repeat 2 times, only 1 time. Then now I need to write down my numerator over here. This is 8x plus 16. But I need to take note. This is a subtraction. I need to take note of my sign. Where is the sign that will change? I'm subtracting the whole of this. This sign over here will change. So I need to be careful. So this is minus 1 times 16 negative 16x. Make a guess, what will be the next sign? Negative times negative. This one will become positive. 12. Is this okay? So I only expand the numerator. Only expand the numerator. Now, let's combine our numerator. Okay, and then we're going to simplify. So let's check those with the same units. 8x and negative 16x. 8x minus 16x. If you're not sure, use your calculator. This will be negative 8x. Then our numbers plus 16 plus 12. 16 plus 12, that will give you positive 28. Okay, so this will be the answer. But, however, we have to check. This question is a little bit special. And check one more step. Is there a common factor in my numerator? This number over here is 8. This number over here is 28. There is a common factor. So the common factor in this case is 4. What can I do? I can factorize out. I can use this as my answer, or I can further factorize out the number 4. So I'm going to factorize out 4. My denominator stays the same. Okay, I'm going to factorize out 4. But I'm going to have, so negative 8 divided by 4, I'll get negative 2x. Plus 28 divided by 4, I'll get positive 7. Then this will be my final factorized answer. Okay, because there's no other common factor, we're not going to do any cancellation anyhow. Okay, don't anyhow cancel the terms. So both of them are going to be the final answer. Okay, so take note for this question. We'll do one more question before I let you do your practice again. Question number 3E. For question number 3E, again, we notice that this is 5 over 4x minus 7. This is one factor on its own, one denominator on its own. Totally different from the other denominator. So I need to do first step, make them the same denominator. I need to multiply something here, multiply something here. What do I need to multiply here? This is 3x plus 1, 3x plus 1. And this is 4x minus 7, 4x minus 7. Okay. Do not cross multiply. Some of you like to do cross multiplication. You cross multiply only when there's an equal sign. Okay, so now we keep the denominators the same as one denominator. Do not expand the denominator. Okay, but now I'm going to expand my numerator. 5 times 3x. That will give you 15x. 5 times 1. Then 5 times 1 will be a plus 5. Okay, this is minus. I'm still going to write the subtraction sign. And this is going to be same denominator. I'm going to rearrange it such that it's the same denominator in the same order. But now I'm going to take this to multiply to 4. That's 8x. 2 multiply to 7. That's 14. But next, I'm going to combine the two fractions into one single fraction with the denominator. Okay, what do I need to take note of? This is the subtraction. So I need to subtract the whole of this. Right, so what happens here? I need to take note of the sign. Okay, for subtraction, I need to take note of the sign. So I'm going to write down my first part. This is the same. But here, the second part, this is negative 1 times 8. So be minus 8x. Negative 1 times negative 14. So this one will become, what happened? Plus 14. Very good. Okay, do not expand the denominator. We're going to combine the numerator together. Okay, combine the numerator. So I still write it as one single fraction. Right, combine the numerator. 15x with negative 8x. So this is 15x minus 8x. How much is that? Against my calculator. 7x, is it? 15 minus 8. Yes, 7x. So this will be 7x. And I still have plus 5 with plus 14. That will give me plus 19. Do not cancel anything unless there's a common factor throughout. So this one will be the final answer. Have you gotten the answer? Now your turn. Please do question 3F. Hand up your exercise book to the teacher at the end of the day. And please put in my pigeonhole number 51. Right, hand up the book, your exercise book to your teacher. So complete question 3C, 3F, and question 3C. Right, that's all for the day. See ya.